think college is the next big bubble. Think about, I talk to people who have kids that are 5, 6 years old. I'm like, I don't know if your kid will ever go to college in 12 years.
Yeah.
If you watch how fast AI is moving and technology is moving and those kind of things, what are you going to go to college for in 12 years? What education are you going to receive that's going to be worth you paying the $150,000 and spending 4 years of your life? I don't know what that translates into in 12 years. Right. So yes, there will be still some type of formal college education if you want to be a doctor,
attorney,
like that. Yeah. There will be that, but I think you're going to see trade schools start to go crazy.
Way more trade schools,
which is, I think, appropriate and necessary. But I think the bigger question is what do you do when you replace 80% of the workforce with AI? Because that is happening and going to happen. And what happens then? What do people do to fulfill their life and satisfy their life? And what do they do to fill up their time? That's what I'm worried about. Like a universal income system, like how does that all play out and work? Because we are going to live through that in the short term. In the next 5 to 10 years, we are going to see that come about. You're going to replace every truck driver on the road with automatic driving, self-driving trucks. Where does that workforce go? Like we're starting to see
that's going to happen. Automatic truck,
1,000%. You'll see that in the next 5 years. You'll see that.
Wow.
We're seeing in the legal industry, law firms aren't hiring paralegals anymore because you have enough AI technology and software that it's replacing paralegals.
Wow.
That's just in the legal field, right? So that's happening in every single industry. And you're not going to be able to replace those jobs. You're not going to be able to retrain those people into something else. So what do they do? What happens when you have 200 million people in the United States of America 10 years from now that don't have a job? And there's not a job that they can go out and get because there's just nothing there because everything's taken over by AI and technology. What happens?
And who's making the money off the AI?
Well, these big corporations and these big hedge funds, like it's the same place where money's always consolidated. It's the BlackRocks and it's, the Vanguards and it's the State Streets, and that's who will make money. But that leaves the average American in a place where if we don't have things to fulfill our lives, if we don't have things to show up for every day, you are driven by your passion of what you do. I'm driven by my passion of what I do. It's a big part of my life fulfillment. What does our society look like if we no longer have that, right? Like, are you a video game society where then you're fulfilled by getting the highest score on some stupid game? Like, that's not going to touch my soul. That's not going to do it for me. So how do we evolve? That's where it's very scary. And we're going to live through it in our lifetime. It's not, our kids are going to have to figure this out. No, we're going to figure this out in the next 10 to 15 years. We're going to figure this out.
This is all coming to fruition.
This is now.
Yeah.
It's here. We're in it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm seeing things like robots coming out.
Oh, yeah.
That you can purchase now for your house and doing housekeeping.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Flying cars. Like we're coming. Like this is here. And we're going to have to all deal with it. And unfortunately, the people that are running the show have no clue. And so they're not going to put any boundaries around AI. Like it's a wild, wild west. And so, I think a controlled burn would probably be the smarter way to do it, where they put some restrictions on how this rolls out and how fast this rolls out to give people time. But it's not going that way. Like it's a pedal to the metal and let's see what happens.
And so going back, I want to touch, because this is a thing that just has been driving me nuts lately of really just thinking about it. You'd said Chuck Schumer and like Pelosi that are worth 50, 80, $100 million.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, those are two people that happen to be Democrats. It's on both sides. It's Republicans.
Yeah. I didn't even know who they were. I don't care what they are. Yeah. It doesn't. The point here is that there's something wrong here.
Yeah, big time.
So, and there's how many others, like a ton of others that the exact same situation.
Oh, 95%.
How is this happening? Like, what is going on here? Like, why, how is this? I'm here with a small business with my feet to the coals.
Yep.
to the fire
Yep.
over a little sales tax that I have to report,
yep.
and I'm being like, it's like
yep.
the Gestapo
literally
up my ass.
Well,
these people are with hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah,
right in front of us.
The reason why Schumer came to my mind is he did an interview yesterday, and I'll send it over to Tony so he can play it in this. But he basically came out and said the things that you're not supposed to say, which is, oh, the American people are greedy, and the American people think that the government shouldn't be taking any of their taxes and messing with their businesses because they've done this all on their own, and so the government shouldn't be involved in taking any of their money. Absolutely fucking right. That's exactly how I feel. You shouldn't be coming in and making it harder for me to earn a living for my family, for my employees. You are making it harder for me to expand my business. You are making it harder for me to hire more people. You're making it harder for me to do more good in this world. That is the problem. And if what you were doing is collecting taxes and using it for purposeful things, cool, I'll shut the fuck up. Take my money, go do the things that you're supposed to do with it. I will be happy to write that check every single year. But you're taking it and burning it. You're taking it and putting it to things like gay Sesame Street in Iraq. And you're taking it and doing the stupidest stuff with it that isn't helping Americans. And so I'm at a place where I'm like, until you show me that you're going to use this money for good, I will do whatever I need to not pay you more money. So I will, if I need to find tax loopholes, let me find tax loopholes. Like, I don't want to give the government money because I think that they're very wasteful with it, right?
Which is being proven.
And we're living through that right now. And you can say whatever you want about how Elon's doing it. And I have some criticisms as well about how he's going about it, that I would do things a little differently. But no one should be against auditing the government. No one should be against, oh, well, let's figure out where they're wasting money. No one should be against, oh, well, let's make it more efficient. Because until you can have an incident like what happened in LA, where half of LA burns down, until you can have money that flows into those situations and goes, no worries, this is what our taxes are for. We're going to be here to bail you out. Or the Maui fires, or the North Carolina hurricane that is still being ignored and not picked up by the federal government. Like those kind of things, until you can handle our domestic situations, stop giving all of our money away to other countries. Tell me another country that taxes their people and then gives their money to the United States of America.
Yeah.
I'll wait, because there's not one. We're the only country on earth that we tax our own people and then give it away to the rest of the world. And I don't get it. Like, and I don't think it's necessary. And I have arguments with people that are like, no, we have to be the world police because we have to be the world power. And that's the only way that we influence the world. And I don't necessarily know if that's true or not. I don't think that is. I think that's a propagated lie that we've been told just so the system can continue the way that the system is. But you look at Ukraine. Do I think that we needed to give them $175 billion? What do I think that we got out of it? Absolutely nothing other than death and destruction that has not proven anything and has not gained anything for either side. It's just money that's changing hands from taxpayers to powerful interest groups. That's what it is.
And what's crazy here is we're being told about it. Like, you would think, okay, maybe they were trying, maybe at least hide it. Do this on the low.
Yeah.
On the down low.
No.
Don't let us know about it. They have to tell us.
People have
hundreds of billions of dollars going to another country when North Carolina, LA,
yeah.
They're disaster zones.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if we put a few billion?
You have American citizens dying.
Homelessness, veterans homeless that fought for our country.
Yep.
That are homeless.
Yep. You have people's houses burning down in LA and we send them $750. What are we doing? Well, you can send, $100 billion to Ukraine. That's the funny thing about me, or the funny thing about it to me is there was a stat when we got into the Ukraine war, and probably like 2 years in, and they were like, $50 billion would solve the homeless problem in the United States of America. $50 billion would solve it. So I'm like, you're telling me we've spent 3 times the amount of money that would solve the homeless problem, and we've given it to Ukraine, and you can justify that. You can look at me in my eyes and tell me that that was a good expenditure of money.
With our best interest
in mind. And you're having the president of Ukraine saying, "Oh, by the way, we've only gotten about 75 million billion of it. So that other 100 billion, we don't know where it went."
Yeah.
And people are just listen to it and take it, and they're like, "Oh, no big deal." I'm like, that's your money. And I think that that's the part that people forget. They just think that, oh, the tax system is just this natural part of life that I shouldn't even question. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, what's the saying? There's 3 things that are certain in life.
Death, taxes.
What's the third?
I don't remember.
Maybe it's 2 things that are certain in life. There's the death and taxes. There you go. And that's like the saying. But that's not the way that you should look at it. The way that you should look at it is you're spending half of the time that you're working, and that money is going to the government.
Correct.
So 50% on average of what you're earning is going to the government. If you're working a 60-hour week and you're working 2 jobs to support your family, 30 of those hours are going to the government. There needs to be representation with taxation. If you're paying all of that money, you deserve to know where that money is going to and what it's being used for. And you deserve to be able to push back if it's being used for bullshit. And people have forgotten that, and they just go, nah, this is just the way that it is. No, wars are fought over this shit. Revolutions are created over this shit, where people go, no, enough is enough. I'm not dealing with this anymore. And I'm not giving you my money until you show me that you're going to use it for good. And we're getting closer to that place where you're going to see some issues if the government keeps going the way that it's going.